Making a comic, well, isn't that complicated.
Okay, this is interesting. So if you know, like in Japan, like the way even your favorite anime became an anime, mm, is because and thanks to Shonen Jump and other like basically basically they create like competitions, and the winners of these competitions is promoted on Shonen Jump, or then other like or they can get like deals and stuff like that. But basically they get promoted to the big league, right? And but it starts with a manga. Basically it starts with your manga, and you enter contest after contest after contest. And if you're able to sell it to win some contests, like you're able to promote it, or etc etc. And so this is interesting because like someone actually like I don't think it's Japanese at all, like actually went and entered a manga contest. So basically like this is interesting. Let me just think as well. I'll check it out later. Mm, Okay, so yeah.
But everything flips when it's for an international manga contest with a 2-week deadline and you never made a real manga before.
Oh yeah.
Hi, my name is Naka, and this video is about whatever on earth happened why I made my first ever manga. Alright, let's see the rules first. Make a comic, simple. For
This is interesting as well to get we'll get to understand like what are like the ins and outs of like like I said, the rules, but also like kind of like the culture that is within like these contests. I really know nothing about it.
Alright, let's see the rules first. Make a comic, simple. For general public, so no gore, no erotic content, fair. It has to be original. No Spider-Man, no Tanjiro, make your own story with your own characters, makes sense. No AI, nice. It should be a one-shot, 8 to 16 pages plus a cover. One-shot is basically a short story, more than 8 pages but less than 16 in this scenario. Okay. More than 800 pixel wide, they want it to be readable. Theme, legend, that means your story must be about legend in some sort. Make things a bit more complicated, but it's a cool topic. Deadline, in 2 weeks. Well, originally participants had much more time to enter, but I joined too late. A smart move would have been to wait until next year or just enter for the fun. Grand jury prize... Well... I need a plan. Okay, week 1. Learn how to make a manga. Week 2. Make the manga. Okay, jokes aside, I really need a week to prepare. I need to learn how to properly make a one-shot manga, I need to learn how to panel my comic and figure out what dimensions mangakas use. I need to come up with an original story about legend and make sure that it fits comfortably in 8 to 16 pages. After all of that, I still need to make a draft to see how it will kinda look and edit if needed, meanwhile coming up with all the characters and environment design. So let's see one by one how to make a one-shot. To solve the first mystery, I did exactly what you are doing right now. Watching YouTube. How to write a manga one-shot, how to write a perfect manga chapter, and how to plot the next big manga series by SD-Pad was what I needed. YouTube on the left, Google Docs on the right, making notes to actually have them. If you're watching this video, thanks mate, you helped me big time. Also, shout out for Jake Parker for this video. I put all of the links in the description if you want to watch them. Okay, now I have a list to look out for to make my life easier. Next thing to research, paneling a manga. I already made webcomics, so I have a general concept of framing and timing. The big problem is the ratio. What size of a panel is too big? What's too small? Letter size? Font face? What is even the right thickness for a border? To figure out this one, I grabbed a few manga from my shelf to see which one feels nice to me. Death Note feels a bit too busy with the text, otherwise it seems very nice. Great Teacher Onizuka is a bit too simple. Darker Than Black, a bit chaotic on the reading order I guess. Hellsing, I don't know exactly what it is, but this one just feels right. Very simple paneling, clear reading order, doesn't feel cramped, doesn't feel empty, and so seems easy to make. Alright, it's time to write a story. Just a few days left of the first week, so it's time to be clever. Instead of coming up with a story from zero, I decided to browse through all the comic ideas that piled up on my hard drive. I never published any of these, they were only collecting dust until this point. With some adjustments, I can probably turn one of them into a story about something legend related. Ordinary Undead and Chroma Core related stuff I already published, so yeah, off the table. Helgern is something that I never released or made, but it's too complex for a one-shot. Off the table. One-shot could be a very interesting one, said that is specifically designed for vertical scrolling. Off the table. Fucking animals would hit the core rule very hard. Off the table. I also made an illustration inspired by it on Instagram. Then it hit. I turned some of my comics into a simple illustration, but I also dropped character designs, because they were too complex for a simple drawing. And there is one specific thing in my mind. This early concept. When I was developing a character for Chroma Core, I needed to drop this early concept. But not really for a normal reason. She looked cool, she was unique, but she was already more than a character. She was born with a story to tell, the birth of the first real witch during the Cold War. It fits Legends perfectly. This was the first time when I got really excited about this project, so I started writing, then tried to make the story shorter to fit the 16 pages limit. As I did, I must cut out everything unnecessary, still too long, cut more, too long, cut even more. Then the first week was over. The great story I wished to tell was kinda trimmed to bare bones, missing the original flavor and feeling like a TikTok video on ADHD. Yeah, I was kinda devastated. I have a story to tell, but you know, not in this shape and form. I went to sleep on Sunday knowing that I'm either going to betray the best plot that I ever come up with or need to restart everything, but now I only have 1 week instead of 2. Or just simply gave up and start early next year. Even though I'm experienced with drawing, manga is uncharted territory for me, so I did what any sane person will do. I went to the grocery store, bought 7 energy drinks and lined them up on my desk. Each represents 1 day of this week. I opened the first. Analog Witch is dead. For now. I need to pick something that I
Overall, this art style is really impressive.
cared about the least, that could fit the theme and the page count. Do I give a flying fuck about this one? Nope. Can I make it work? Maybe. Title: Digital Crow. A story about Diego, placeholder name, who's working on art cinema. His boss is an asshole, his coworker Wendy, also placeholder, is a bitch. Diego is a weirdo with an imaginary friend, Digital Crow / a horror monster. He knows Crow isn't real but talks to him anyway. The legend? If the Digital Crow movie plays in the cinema, the monster comes for you. For real. Basically a creepypasta. With some work I could fit this in 8 pages. Okay, currently we have 6 characters, 5 locations and a bunch of interactions. It's time to trim while revisiting some of the notes I made based on the how to make manga YouTube videos. If I don't want rushed conversations and jumping between events, I need to trim down everything to 2 characters and maybe 2, maybe 3 locations. Okay. Fuse Diego and Wendy into 1 character, Digital Crow become Jackdaw, I don't even remember why. Everyone else was cut, only 2 locations, cinema entrance and screening room. Script written, broken down into pages, drafts done. Well, we don't have electricity until tomorrow. I came way too far to give up, so the plan is simple. Draw, eat, sleep. Normally at this point I should have references for the characters, locations and everything visual. I literally made up everything on the fly. Character design, location, I didn't even look up any references because I didn't have time to do that. The cycle continues, but I see the end of the tunnel. It's a bit far, but I can see it. Friday grind had a toll on me. If I go to sleep tonight, I will sleep more than 12 hours. Should I skip sleeping? If I miss the deadline because of that, I will be crushed. I need a solution. Annoying alarm clock out of reach it is. draw, eat, sleep cycle turned into just draw. The final stretch. I'm extremely tired, my brain is melted, my back hurts, but there is just one page left.
Yes, such a fucking insane art style. And his way to storytell is really, really fun. Again, let's check it out. This is so cool. Wow, this is so cool. So he's talking about like the girl having an imaginary friend, and he doesn't like she uses her phone to actually like take a picture, but it doesn't work.
Of course, it wasn't quite over. I still had to post-process, upload and finalize everything. But I made an official one-shot manga. Then my friend noticed that I forgot to cover, so I speedrun that in 10 minutes just before the deadline. And now, Jawnhto is complete. Is it perfect? Hell no. Could it be better? Absolutely. But it's mine and I'm kinda proud of it. Alright, here we are, the big day. Okay, there is public prize, jury's favorite, and the grand jury prize. Let's go one by one. Public prize. Le Gouache... Le... Why I'm even trying?
Le guérisseur de cœur.
By Darkheld and Nakayabi. According to the legend, the Tsar's family has been protected for generations by a single man, the Heart Healer. Vyrah is convinced that it's more than just a legend. Unique style and probably a nice story. Sorry, but as you guessed, I don't speak French. Jury's favorite.
Jusqu'au bout du monde.
By Not You. In 1873, a scientific expedition sets out to uncover the mystery of depths of the end of the world. What lies beyond the teasing drop? Will they manage to bring back their discoveries safely? Even though I don't speak French, I understood this comic from start to finish, and that's a big deal. Awesome work. Drumroll please. Grand Jury Prize, Clockwork Memento by Laurent Rice. What it means to be remembered, a gritty fairy tale of a wolf who finds himself asking the very question. Honestly, this is a very good comic. Also, I got honorable mention and I can finally sleep. €100, yay!
This was a really, really fucking cool story. Like, I think that like overall, one of the characters that we showed is really like I think it's yeah this character is fucking insane. Like, look at this. Uh, I didn't mean you can move that. Like, this character is absolutely insane. Like, and this one as well. Like, but yeah. So he lost. Yeah, no wonder. Like, but like, this is kind of like it's really a world, kind of like a niche that like is really like not known and not like really documented too much. Like But it is more, I guess, in Japan with like the Jump magazine and stuff. But like it's really interesting. It's really interesting. All right.